What is up, guys? It is Yo. We coming at you with a brand new video. Today we are trying our very first under $5 game. This is our intro to the series of under 5 or 5 and below, whatever I titled the series. There will be a playlist with all future episodes. We're going to be trying to do this at least once a month to go ahead and find us maybe a hidden gem out there. We might even do another series called under $10. Might be a little bit more expensive, obviously, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, today we're playing Judgesim. It's a judge simulator. I didn't read too much on it other than the art style reminds me of like 2000 Flash games. And we're going to get started with I Am the Law, new game. I have to lower the volume a little bit. Hold on. There we go. English. My name is YBG underscore Leo. So I'm going to go by on everything basically. Other than your wiggy earlier. I'm the law mode. There are 30 new cases in this mode. Decisions made in these lawsuits have no consequences, allowing you to decide as you wish. You are the law. The cases are designed for role-playing, featuring moral dilemmas and true case references. You will earn 500 after each case. With the money, you can play BJ and Wheel of Fortune. We recommend this game mode for players who have finished the story section. Oh, there was no story section. What? I guess we'll try this out a little bit. Let's see this. Don't come home for a while. I don't want to see your face. You're neglected a lot lately. Your children are growing up without a father because of you. You have always prioritized your work over your family. Maybe you'll have a chance to think during this time. Oh, Lord. Judge. YBG. Let's go there. Go to the casino. End of the day. Let's go to the casino. Let's see. Let's do Wheel of Fortune. We have no money, actually. We can't do anything. Oops. So, yeah, we have to go to sleep. Any little knickknacks that we can do? No? Okay. End the day. Case number 1. We have Virginia versus Merrick. An email sent to one of the bank's customers. Dear customer Benjamin Corden, third-party access has been detected in your deposit account. You must immediately transfer your balance of $315,000 to the secure account listed below to protect your account. Otherwise, interest loss may occur. Can we flip the page? Yes, we can. System usage information. Merrick Devin, 8 o'clock system login, 918773. Security vulnerability scan, technical support, or technical report sent to the manager. No data found. System logout. Okay, that was from Merrick Devin. And then Virginia Cresswell. Is that who we're talking with right now? System login, customer information calls, feedback report to the manager, system logout. Alina, system login, downloading the list of customers with high deposits, file transfer, document transfer completed, system logout. This is Virginia Cresswell and Merrick Devin. Okay, so case file, name Virginia, surname Cresswell, age 35, gender female, fingerprint number, criminal record, no. Mental health test, positive. For mental health? National status, yes. Okay, to the Banana Republic Court, charges fraud, details. Routine inspection at Imperial Meriden revealed unauthorized access to the customer accounts and fake security emails were sent after this access. The fraudulent email directs customers by claiming that a critical security vulnerability has occurred in their accounts and their deposits must be transferred to the specified security transfer account. We observed that the sender's email address was sent from a fake extension closely resembling the bank's official address. In the seized log records, 2 employees, Virginia Cresswell, which is this lady right here, and Merrick Devin, have fallen under suspicion. I have been working in cybersecurity at the bank for 10 years. My job is to identify system vulnerabilities and report them to my superiors. The gaps seen in the logs may make me look guilty, but this is a very common technical interruption. Every action performed on my computer is logged. I have not been involved in any fraudulent activity, nor is it possible for me to be. Virginia Cresswell, I have been working at Imperial Meriden Bank for 3 years, and my job is to inform customers about campaigns, interest rate updates, and account benefits. Every call and every piece of information is approved by my manager and recorded in the system. I cannot have the intention to defraud a customer. The accusation against me is entirely irrational. Alina Rothfield, I didn't see her, so. I work in the same unit as Virginia. I didn't know Merrick very well, but last month he started getting closer to me more than usual. We went out for drinks a few times, but I noticed his interest was more about our workflow than me. He constantly asked how we reached clients and which lists we used in recent weeks. I also witnessed him saying Virginia's computer was slow and asking to borrow her device several times. I think he was up to something, but I don't know what. Interesting. Jane White, all entries and exits are performed via fingerprint authentication. We have shared the system files with the security team. When the logs are reviewed, it is seen that access was made from the same user account and that short interruptions also occurred. I believe this data will help clarify the case. Ah. Hold on. 624555. 624555. Well, after further investigation, guys, I'm looking here. So someone logged in with 918773. Someone logged out 918773. Virginia logged in with a 624555. Then she logged out with 624555. But if we go to Alina, someone logged in with 624555. Download the list of customers with high deposits. Did a file transfer. Document transfer completed. User number for the transfer was 918773, which is Merrick. System logout was 624555. So can we have? So is it possible that Virginia is frauding Merrick? 6455. 918773. Criminal record, no. Mental health test positive. Mental status, yes, he is from here. So interesting. Could it be a case as simple as either Merrick is using this information? Or what do you say about the interruption? Often occurred during system updates. If I had carried out a malicious action at that time, I would have used a completely different user account instead of trying to hide it. So it says that you asked too many questions about customers. In cybersecurity, knowing customer flow helps us understand potential attacks. I had no ill intent towards him. Why did you allow another employee to use your computer, Miss Cresswell? My computer was crashing. There were tasks that had to be completed that day. In a moment of haste, I may have entered Mazur and stepped away from the computer. I deny that the download document originated from me. I don't know, man. I feel like they're a little guilty. I don't know. Can't click on anything else. I don't know, man. I feel like they're guilty. Or at least, because if you go to Rothfield stuff, seems that Cresswell logged in, downloaded those clients, did a file transfer, and then did document transfer completed with her manager's number, and then logged out. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think here. You know what? Legitimate deportation, release, determined punishment. I think they're guilty. I want to say they're guilty. Hold on. Let me double check something. Because it shows him logging in, logging out. And then she logged in, she logged out. But then, wait, where's the time frame? 11:26, she logged out. But it says she logged back in at 11:26. Did all this. At 11:47, she logged out. But used the manager's number at 11:46. She might be the fraud. She might be the one causing fraud. I don't know. I feel like I have to send both of them being guilty. This is where I'm a little confused, guys. This is actually interesting to do. They both don't have a criminal record. I think he's guilty. Merrick Dovin, you are guilty. Jail time. We're going to give you 100 years. And you have to pay back 100,000. And no execution. No, we're going to cut these. We're not going to actually send him to jail for that long. 25 years state. And then Virginia, I don't think you're guilty for fraud. But I do think you're guilty for helping. So I'm going to have you do a payback of 50,000 in public service for 12 months. Okay. Hopefully we didn't make the right decision there. I wish there was a cutscene that would have showed us. I'm sure that in the story there would have been one. But, okay, so can we go to the casino now with what we got? Find it. We'll do 5. And 5 on there. 3. Orange or banana? Orange or banana? Stop. Yes, go. We made our money back. Woohoo. We'll do cherry. We'll do 5 on cherry. Let's do it. Let's see. I'm sure we have to do the actual story mode. This seems $0. Okay, that's fine. We lost our money. But anyway. End the day. Case number 2. Olympic Committee lawyer versus Lyra Benning. Okay. First off, let's go check the criminal records of the case subject. Request for the withdrawal of the gold medal won by Olympic champion Lyra Benning. Defendant, International Athletics Committee. Plaintiff, Lyra Benning. In this year's International Summer Games held in our country, Lyra Benning, competing in the women's heavyweight boxing category, won the final match and earned the gold medal. However, after the match, there were many applications to the committee from both the opposing athletes team and various federation representatives claiming unfair power advantage. The common point of the complaints is that Lyra is not biologically suitable for the women's category, and therefore the result of the match should be considered invalid. The committee, following increasing public debates, has taken the matter to court and is requesting the return of the gold medal. Statements. International Athletics Council representative. In this case, our goal is not to accuse an athlete, but to preserve the principle of justice in Olympic sports. We believe that the situation must be legally clarified due to ongoing discussions. Rival athlete Mia Braun. The moment I took the first punch, I realized something was wrong. It was a kind of strength I never felt in any match I fought in the women's category. I didn't feel physically safe in the ring. The competition suddenly stopped being a sport and turned into an uncontrolled display of power. Lyra Benning, what you are doing is targeting not only me, but thousands of athletes like me. I feel ashamed for being forced to defend myself. This case is not about sports, but about prejudice. This is the game of those who want to smear me. So, there's no digital evidence. Okay. So what's the issue? Oh, here it is. Hormone says Lyra Benning. The level of testosterone, the male sex hormone, has exceeded that of a normal male. Example. Okay, so Lyra Benning just has more testosterone. Also, it was found on the genital. So she was born a woman, but just has more testosterone. So what's the issue? Not easy to explain, but I want to say this. Sport is not just about winning. The effort, sweat, and courage you leave in the ring are worth more than any medal. That is what I fought for. She's fine. She's innocent. Just because she has more testosterone, like her body composes more testosterone, doesn't mean she's cheating. There's no issue. Yeah, decision considered. End the day. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what the issue was there. I mean, I get it, oh, she's cheating because she was born a man. But then they found out she wasn't even born a man. So she was born a woman. That's what I'm saying. Like, there was no issues here. Okay. No speaking issues yet. Anyway, first we got Paul Fish, Ron Sinclair, and Jimmy Buckley. Jimmy Buckley, 36, male, fingerprint 245445. Criminal record, no. Mental health test, positive. National status, legal. Got Paul Fish, no criminal record, positive mental health, yes, national status. 54, male, 855-221. Ron Sinclair, 315883, no criminal record, positive mental health test, and a national status legal. Perfect. Okay. Okay, aiding and abetting an offender. Details. The inmate Silas Crane, who was held in Block D of Bluegate Prison, escaped last week and has not been caught yet. As a result of the investigation, it was determined that civilian clothing was delivered to Crane from outside, after which the cell doors were remotely opened through the internal system. The deletion of all camera recordings from the time of the escape has strengthened the impression that the incident was organized by insiders. For this reason, the 3 guards on duty at the time of the incident were detained as suspects. Jimmy Buckley's statement. I need to make sure what I am saying is well understood. I don't know who deleted the records. We all take turns standing in the camera room, but I didn't take my eyes off the screen during my shift. I only went out to get some water, but to be honest, I suspect Paul, because near the shift change, he told us that there are fresh buns in the cafeteria. He was the one who got us all outside. The fact that the cell doors were open at that moment doesn't feel like a coincidence to me. Paul Fish. Did I order the pastries? That was entirely Ron's idea. He told me his son had graduated and that he wanted to buy pastries to celebrate. He tricked me by saying, I forgot my money, you place the order, and I'll pay you later. I acted in good faith. I have nothing to do with the escape. Jimmy is trying to shift the blame onto me. So Jimmy's blaming Paul. But Paul says, yeah, so everyone's saying that he's saying that Ron's idea. Here for 20 years, I've never seen such disgrace. Someone among us definitely corrupt. I won't accuse anyone, but Paul has been complaining about his salary for months. I've often heard him jokingly say, if they paid me enough bribes, I'd open the doors too. No one should pretend to be innocent. But Paul has been complaining. The doors used by the prisoner during his escape: 3:30 to 3:45, 4 to 4:40. I'm sorry, 4:45 to 5, 5:45 to 6. So wait. To get out was his last one at 6 a.m. 5:45. So it could have been Jimmy at 3:30. So Ron definitely was there at 3:30. A2, 4:45. Jimmy. Ron and Jimmy. And then 5:45 to 6. This door gets closed for a lunch break. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, wait, we're not looking at the right ones. My bad. So B1, 3:30 to 3:45. B1. 3:30. Jimmy. Okay. A2, 4:45 to 5. Jimmy. And then E, 5:45 to 6. Jimmy. They all point to Jimmy. The bill, the donor order. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think Jimmy is the one who set everything up. Definitely has to be Jimmy. Alright, Jimmy, you're going to jail. Someone from outside had to bring clothes. If our guys were smart enough to hide the clothes in a box of pictures, they wouldn't be guards in the first place. Still in plastic in Jimmy's locker. The judge is yours. But Mr. Strange object to you leaving your post like this. We live under difficult conditions without being guilty, and this escape was a long planned, organized operation. Clearly someone among us was wanting for an opportunity. I think Jimmy's like completely in the wrong here. I think Jimmy's the one going to jail today. Jimmy Buckley, guilty. Jail time. We're doing 30 years max. Oh, do we got to pick for everybody? Oh, we do, I guess. Ron Sinclair, not guilty. Paul Fish. Not guilty. Beautiful. We'll do one more case and then we pass judgment on the game, guys. Case number 4. Isaiah Beats versus Henry Soul. A compensation lawsuit filed requesting the shutdown of the game Roblox Game Studios. The brand Roblox is represented by attorney Isaiah Beats. Henry Soul noticed that his 11-year-old son was using inappropriate language toward others and began reviewing the games his son was playing. During the examination, he stated that he noticed inappropriate messages appearing in front of his child in the chat section of the online-based game called Roblox, and that he documented these messages by taking screenshots. Believing that his child could suffer psychological harm from exposure to such content, Henry Soul filed a compensation lawsuit against the game and also requested the game be banned. Henry Soul, my son thought he was playing the most innocent games on Roblox. I thought so too, until one evening I sat next to him and looked at his screen. When I saw that chat message, my mind exploded. Why are dog contents being discussed in the game where little kids play? Is no one monitoring this? When I saw those messages, I immediately took my son out of the game, but I might have been too late. These types of platforms need to be monitored more strictly. I'll do everything I can to get this game banned. From the in-game chat recorded by Henry Soul. LOL 1989. Who wants to have sex? Kiddo 2015. What is that? Sweet Games 47. Add me. I could teach you. Okay. Of course, that is obviously something you want to be concerned about. Second photograph. Would you like me to give you a Roblox coin as a gift? I also want to. I find be first when you're attacked like my blank. Ew. He's a child. Are you insane? A game mode within the game Roblox that may be inappropriate for children. We found that there is an age limit to access these modes. So there is an age limit, but the problem is, hold on, where conversations occur in the game, don't you have a moderation system? We use profanity filtering and censorship systems in our game. In addition, our reporting mechanisms are active, and we also require mandatory verification of age. However, players sometimes find ways around it. It is possible to monitor millions of users one by one. Is it normal for them to be exposed to this content? Absolutely not. What I'm trying to say is this. No matter what we do as companies in the digital environment, it's not possible to clean everything. This is a general issue of the internet. Responsibility lies with the parents. They shouldn't just leave their children in front of a computer and walk away. They should also monitor their children's behavior in digital environments. Mr. Soul, what would you like to say? Frankly, what I just heard was as frightening as what I saw in the game. In a place where children play, we should be blamed for the messages that appear in my child's screen. How can I monitor my child every hour, every minute? Okay, so I do want to make this clear. Henry Soul is not completely wrong, but neither is Isaiah Beats. The reason I say that is you should always monitor your kids, what they're doing on the internet, and you should also teach them to know better. But that's why age verification with ID is very important. But I don't believe it's either one's complete fault. You got to monitor your game even strictly, like more strictly. If they can get around it, then you should definitely add verification with an ID. And people don't want to do that, then don't play the game. It's as easy as that. Also, as you should always monitor what your kids do on the internet. Just saying. But anyway, I think I rest my case there. I think this first session of 5 and Below was actually pretty cool. I might complete the rest of this game. If it lets me, I don't know. I don't know if it's saved or not. But I will say this, guys. This game actually was pretty fun. There's a new game, story mode. That was just some of the actual courts that they have, like some of the what do you call them, lawsuits they have in the side game. That wasn't even the main story. I'm actually really interested to find out what the rest of the game has, and I think we picked a solid game to start with that. I wish there was more details towards some of those, or like to tell you like what happens when you send them to jail or stuff like that. Maybe there was like some information they can give us at the end, like, oh, you sent him to 10, he broke the law again inside and whatever. But other than that, I would rate this game a solid 4 out of 5 as a $5 game. I'm only gonna it's worth the $5 if you can find it on sale. Get it, obviously. But I think overall, this is one of my favorite little games that I have found under $5. So again, guys, I do pass it. Judgesim does pass the 5 and Below act. Woohoo! But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. I know it was one of our longer videos, and I know I haven't posted much on YouTube, but we're going to continue to try to make some series like this. I might even stream playing the story mode on this game, beating it and stuff like that. If that's something you guys are interested in, please drop a follow, a subscribe wherever you're watching this, and yeah, leave some feedback. My name's Leo. You guys take it easy. Peace.